Hello everyone, welcome to the next video lecture of subject Power System 2. Myself Himanshu Joshi. I am an assistant professor in Sri Labhubhai Trivedi Institute of Engineering and Technology, Rajkot. So let's start our next topic, and that topic is per phase analysis. Now, what do you mean by per phase analysis? That means if we have a three phase system, if we have three phase system, that means three phase source and three phase load is connected, then we do not required to analyze the whole system, whole three phase system. We can analyze any one phase, and based on that we can say that the remaining two phases are same as that we have analyzed first. Clear? So, on which basis we can say that the per phase analysis or analysis of any one phase will be same as the other two? On which basis we can say like this. So, to answer this question or to answer the per phase analysis, we have to answer the first question. We have to answer of this question, and the answer of this question will gives us the per phase analysis. So, what is that question? That why the neutral current is 0 in balance star connected load. The main question behind the per phase analysis is like this, that why neutral current is 0 in balance star connected load. So, let try to give the answer of this question. So, we know that in star connected load the neutral current is given by IA plus IB plus IC. Neutral current is equal to IA plus IB plus IC. So, we know that IA is equal to mod IP at an angle 0, IB is equal to mod IP at an angle minus 120, and IC is equal to mod IP at an angle minus 240, where IP is the RMS value of phase current. So, let put the value of IA, IB and IC on above equation. So, we can write IN is equal to mod IP at an angle 0 plus mod IP at an angle minus 120 plus mod IP at an angle minus 240. So, we will take mod IP as common. So, in bracket the remaining term will be 1 at an angle 0, 1 at an angle minus 120 and 1 at an angle minus 240. So, these are the polar value. So, we have to convert that polar into rectangular. So, 1 at an angle 0 becomes 1 plus j 0. 1 at an angle minus 120 becomes minus 0.5 minus j 0.866, and 1 at an angle minus 240 becomes minus 0.5 plus j 0.866. So, this plus j 0.866 and minus will be cancelled out. This is the already 0 term. So, this 1 minus 0.5 becomes 0. So, mod IP into 0 will be answer. So, this IN is equal to 0. So, we can say that IN is equal to IA plus IB plus IC is equal to 0. So, we can say that for balance star connected network, this is the balance system. In balance star connected network, neutral current is always equal to 0. So, we can say that why this neutral current is 0, just because of all the three phase have the balance current, and that balance current means there is a balance load in all the three phase. Clear? Balance load is present in all the three phase. So, we can say that the same situation in all the phases, same situation in all the three phases, clear. So, we do not need to analyze all the three phases. If we analyze any one phase, then based on that analysis we can say that the remaining two phases having a same behavior as the first one. So, this is known as per phase analysis. You are going to analyze any one phase, and you give the conclusion for remaining second and third phase. So, it is known as per phase analysis, and it is only applicable for balanced three phase system in which neutral current is 0. So, a system known as balanced system when there will be a 0 neutral current, or we can say that there will be a phase difference of 120 degree in all the three phases. So, we can consider the phase voltage, any one phase voltage and any one phase impedance and impedance of single phase only. So, we will analyze for this phase system and we will give the conclusion for remaining two phases. It is known as per phase analysis. So, we can say that if the load is connected in delta, so till now we have considered the star connection. Now, we can say that if the load is connected in delta, so to analyze the delta connected system, we can convert that delta into star. We can convert that delta into star by using delta star transformation. So, when the load is balanced, means all the three phase has same impedance, their voltage and current are equally distributed by 120 degree. So, the impedance of each phase of star is 1/3 of each phase of delta. So, we have already learned this equation that ZY is equal to 1/3 of Z delta or Z delta is equal to 3 into ZY. So, we will use this equation, these two equation to convert our delta into star, so that we can analyze the per phase system. Now, consider the next topic, that is the balanced three phase power. So, consider the three phase source supplying a balanced star or delta connected load. So, you can consider any three phase source, and over this receiving end side you can consider any three phase load either connected in star and delta. So, let assume the instantaneous voltage is VAN is equal to Vm cos omega t plus theta v. So, here Vm is the maximum value, Vm is the maximum value of phase A. So, I want to convert this maximum value into RMS value. So, we know that Vrms is equal to Vm by root 2. So, to replace the maximum value, I can write Vmax is equal to root 2 into Vrms, root 2 into Vrms. So, let me denote root 2 into Vrms is equal to, I will denote Vrms by mod Vp. So, I will replace Vm is equal to root 2 into mod Vp. So, my Van becomes root 2 into mod Vp into cos omega t plus theta v. This theta v is the voltage angle for Van. So, Van is equal to root 2 into mod Vp into cos omega t plus theta v. I will replace Vm by root 2 into mod Vp, because Vm is the maximum value and I want to write this phase this phase voltage by its RMS value. So Vm is equal to root 2 into Vrms, and I will represent Vrms by mod Vp. So this is the phase voltage of phase A. Now on the base of phase A, I will write the equation for phase B, because I have to shift this angle by 120 degree. So Vbn is equal to root 2 into mod Vp cos omega t plus theta v minus 120 degree. And similarly I can write for phase C. So I have to shift phase B by 120 degree. So Vcn is equal to root 2 into mod Vp into cos omega t plus theta v minus 240. Similarly I can write for current also. I will write Ia is equal to Im cos omega t plus theta I. This theta I is the reference current angle. Again I can replace maximum value by its RMS value. So Im is equal to root 2 into mod Ip. So Ia is equal to root 2 into mod Ip cos omega t plus theta I. Again I can write Ib on the basis of Ia. I have to shift this angle by 120 degrees. So Ib is equal to root 2 into mod Ip cos omega t plus theta I minus 120 degree. And Ic is equal to root 2 into mod Ip cos omega t plus theta I minus 240 degree. So this is the load current for 3 phase Ia, Ib, Ic. Now we know that instantaneous power is the summation of all the 3 phase power. So power for 3 phase is equal to, I can write Van into Ia, Vbn into Ib, Vcn into Ic. So this is the value of Van, root 2 into mod Vp cos omega t plus theta v. This is the value of Ia is equal to root 2 into mod Ip cos omega t plus theta I. Similarly, let me write over here Van and Ia. This is the value of Vbn. This is the value of Vbn. Just shifted the 120 degree over here, and this is the value of Ib. This is the value of Ib. Similarly, this is the value of Vcn and this is the Ic. So here I can simplify by multiplying this root 2 with this root 2. So that will becomes 2. Again root 2 into root 2 is equal to 2, and similarly this root 2 into root 2 becomes 2. So my next simplification will be look like this: 2 mod Vp Ip cos omega t plus theta v into cos omega t plus theta I. Similarly over here 2 mod Vp Ip cos omega t plus theta v minus 120 degree into cos omega t plus theta I minus 120 degree. Similarly plus 2 Vp Ip cos omega t plus theta v minus 240 into cos omega t plus theta I minus 240 degree. I will write this 2 root 2 into root 2 is equal to 2 mod Vp Ip. Clear? So I will write that is 2 mod Vp Ip, and the angle I will write together. So now I will simply change the writing pattern of this equation. I will write 2 with cosine angle. So mod Vp Ip 2 cos omega t plus theta v into cos omega t plus theta I. Similarly I will shift 2 with cosine angle. So this will be the 2 cos omega t plus theta v minus 120 degree into cos omega t plus theta I minus 120 degree. And similarly over here 2 cos omega t plus theta v minus 240 into cos omega t plus theta I minus 240. I will write in this manner just because I want to use this formula. 2 cos A into cos B is equal to cos A minus B into 2 cos A cos B is equal to cos A minus B into cos A plus B. So we can say that this simplification will look like this. Here we have to do cos A plus B, cos A plus B and cos A minus B. So here this is the angle A, this is the angle B. Similarly, this is the angle A, this is the angle B, and for this term this is the angle A and this is the angle B. So first I will do the two types of addition, A plus B. So first I will do A plus B, then we will do A minus B. Clear? So just because we have to do two types of calculation, first one is A minus B and second A plus B. Let me do A minus B first, because A minus B is mentioned first. So I will do A minus B, A minus B. So this first term omega t plus theta v minus omega t plus theta I. So this omega t will be cancelled out. So in first term the A minus B look like theta v minus theta I, because omega t plus theta v minus omega t minus theta I. So omega t will get cancel out. So the remaining term will be theta v minus theta I. Similarly also here omega t will be cancel out, 120 will cancel out. So in second term also A minus B equal to theta v minus theta I. Similarly here omega t will be cancel out, 240 will cancel out. So resultant angle will be theta v minus theta I. So here theta v minus theta v minus theta I. I have forgot to mention plus sign over here. So let me say sorry for that. Here the equation will look like 2 cos A cos B is equal to cos A minus B plus cos A plus B. So A minus B in all the three term is equal to theta v minus theta I, theta v minus theta I, theta v minus theta I. Now we have to do the another addition of A plus B. So I will write over here A plus B. So A plus B, that means omega t plus theta v plus omega t plus theta I. So over here omega t plus omega t is equal to 2 omega t plus theta v plus theta I. So the first angle becomes 2 omega t plus theta v plus theta I. Now next omega t plus theta v minus 120 plus omega t plus theta I minus 120. So again omega t plus omega t is equal to 2 omega t, theta v plus theta I, again minus 120 plus minus 120. So it will look like minus 240. So the second angle will be 2 omega t plus theta v plus theta I minus 240. So this is the 2 omega t plus theta v plus theta I minus 240. Now third one is omega t plus omega t is equal to 2 omega t, theta v plus theta I, and minus 240 I will write minus 240 plus minus 240 is equal to minus 480. So the third angle is 2 omega t plus theta v plus theta I minus 480. So this is the our next equation. Clear? I will use the formula of 2 cos A cos B is equal to cos A minus B plus cos A plus B. Clear? And here also plus sign. sorry for that mistake. Now let's move forward. Now we can take mod VPIP, mod VPIP, mod VPIP common from all this equation. So I will write mod VPIP as a common. In a bracket, the remaining term will be this cosine term of this all 6 cosine term. So cos theta v minus cos theta v minus theta I plus cos 2 omega t plus theta v minus theta I plus theta I plus cos theta v minus theta I plus cos 2 omega t plus theta v plus theta I minus 240 and plus cos theta v minus theta I plus cos 2 omega t plus theta v plus theta I minus 480. So now you can see over here that this plus cos theta v minus theta I plus cos theta v minus theta I plus cos theta v minus theta I is equal to, I can write 3 cos theta v minus theta I. It is look like x plus x is equal to 3x. So this is the same term cos theta v minus theta I, cos theta v minus theta I, and this is the third cos theta v minus theta I. So that is equal to 3 cos theta v minus theta I. So this is my next equation, mod VPIP as it is 3 cos theta v minus theta I. The remaining term cos 2 omega t plus theta v minus theta plus theta I, cos 2 omega t plus theta v plus theta I minus 240 and cos 2 omega t plus theta v plus theta I minus 480. Now you can observe that suppose I will take this as angle, suppose I will write this angle as my angle x, suppose this is x. So I can write this as x minus 240 and this look like x minus 480. So we can say that this is the balance cosine term, clear, cos x plus cos x minus 240 plus cos x minus 480, clear. So this is the balance cosine term. So if we will add this balance cosine term, their addition will become 0, clear. This is look like our balance 3-phase system. This is at an angle x degree, this is x minus 240 and this is x minus 480. So if we add this balance system, their addition will become 0. So this cosine term plus this second term plus the third term, their addition will become 0. So the next simplification of P 3 phase is equal to mod Vp mod Ip into 3 cos theta v minus theta I. So this 3 phase power is equal to P 3 phase is equal to 3 mod Vp Ip cos theta. This is the balance 3 phase power. So this is the active power. Similarly I can write reactive power in the same manner. Q 3 phase is equal to 3 mod Vp Ip sin theta. So we have find out active power and reactive power. So apparent power is equal to P plus Q, P plus JQ, clear. So I will replace P 3 phase by 3 Vp Ip cos theta plus J 3 Vp Ip sin theta. If I will write in apparent power mode, then I can write S 3 phi is equal to 3 Vp Ip conjugate. So this is the 3 phase apparent power we have write on the basis of active and reactive power. Now let me revise the formula of star connection and delta connection. For star connection, phase voltage is equal to line voltage by root 3 and in star connection phase current is equal to line current, and for delta connection phase voltage is equal to line voltage and phase current is equal to line current divided by root 3. So let me write this phase value of voltage and current of active and reactive power in terms of line current. So, first I will write for star connection. I will put Vp is equal to VL by root 3 and Ip is equal to IL. So, I will get the active power in terms of line voltage and line current is equal to root 3 VL IL cos theta. Similarly, I will get the reactive power in terms of line voltage and line current, which is equal to root 3 VL IL sin theta. This is for star connection. Clear? Now, you can check for delta connection also. You will put Vp is equal to VL and Ip is equal to IL by root 3 over here. Then also you will get the same equation. Clear? And for reactive power, you will put Vp is equal to VL and Ip is equal to IL by root 3. Then also you will get the same equation of P3 phase and Q3 phase. Clear? So, we can say that this equation P3 phase is equal to root 3 VL IL cos theta, Q3 phase is equal to root 3 VL IL sin theta. This equation will be applicable to both star connection and delta connection. You can verify this result by putting the delta connected equation also. So, this is known as the balanced 3 phase power. Clear? Now, with this, thank you very much. We will conclude our session. If you have any question, any doubt, you can give your question and doubt in comment section. Thank you very much.